He phone jolted me awake at 3:47 a.m. I didn't even need to see the number to know who it was. The room was unnervingly silent, heavy with a tension that made the air taste sharp. "Your daughter is with us," a deep, commanding voice said, thick with arrogance. 10 million by tomorrow or she dies. I didn't speak at first. I just listened to the steady, cruel rhythm of his breathing. Outside, the ocean whispered against the balcony, carrying the distant laughter of vacationers oblivious to the darkness creeping in. When I finally responded, my voice was calm. "Do you know who you're dealing with?" He chuckled, slow and condescending. "Just another rich fool thinking Mexico is paradise." I stared at the bed where my daughter had slept hours ago. Her pink ribbon lay abandoned on the pillow. I had spent 15 years in the CIA, dismantling organizations far larger than his. Quietly, I let that sink in. Then the line went dead. By sunrise, I already had the layout of their operation. 3 SUVs lined the beach, for men patrolling. 1 lookout near the tree line. Fear should have touched me, but it didn't. What cut deeper was betrayal? 2 days ago, I noticed my wife whispering on the balcony, her voice dropping whenever I approached, text vanishing too fast. She claimed it was her sister, but truth has a way of leaking. When the cartel called, I heard her inhale sharply, not fear but recognition. I replayed in my mind as I traced the call network. Her phone pinged from the same tower, transmitting the cartel signal. "A coincidence," she'd say. Years of reading lies and calm voices told me otherwise. I moved through the morning like a ghost. Breakfast, coffee, mundane conversation. The husband pretending not to smell treachery lingering around his wife. While she showered, I mirrored her phone onto mine. Every chat, every deleted file resurrected itself before my eyes. Messages to a man named Carlos revealed plans, promises, and one phrase that scorched my mind. "He'll finally pay." So this wasn't just a cartel threat. I wasn't their victim. I was a pawn in her design. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I texted her, "I'll handle it. Stay inside. Don't contact anyone." Then I drove into the city, meeting an old contact who owed me a debt written in blood. Within hours, I had names, faces, and weaknesses connected to Carlos. Weapons weren't needed. Information was sharper. By 2 p.m., I sent Carlos's lieutenant a single image. Him outside his daughter's school. No words. No threats. Just a photograph. By 8 p.m., the same number called. This time, fear trembled through his voice. I said nothing, letting him listen to his own terror. When I returned, my wife sat by the window, pale and nervous. "They called," she whispered. "They said they'll release her." I nodded calmly. "They already have." Her confusion was immediate. "What do you mean?" I handed her a printed file. All her messages, plans with Carlos, payout accounts, the staged kidnapping. Her breath caught and the facade fell. I raised a hand. One gesture stopped her tears. "You used our daughter," I said. "You made her bait." She sobbed loudly, trying to humanize herself. I remained still, my silence sharper than any blade. The next morning, I confronted Carlos in a warehouse outside town. In person, he looked small, more error than legend. "You don't understand," he stammered. "I know exactly what she said." I replied, opening the trunk. My daughter slept inside, wrapped safely in a blanket. I didn't kill him. That would have been mercy. Instead, I made a call to a friend in the Federals, a friend who owed favors invisible to reports. Within minutes, Carlos's name was connected to every crime, every shipment, every corruption. His own men would find him before the law ever could. By the time I returned, my wife was gone. Suitcase missing. Silence permanent. I sat on the balcony, the sun rising over the restless sea. My daughter slept inside. Somewhere, Carlos begged forgiveness. Somewhere else, my wife faced the cost of her betrayal. I felt neither peace nor rage, only clarity. Some hunt to survive, some because it's all they know. I answered the call.